Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cobblemon Let's Play on the Park Ball Discord server and Minecraft server. Today, you might notice that there's some things missing behind me that were there in the last episode. That's because we've actually moved everything out from this little outside area into the base. This is the base. It's a water elevator. That is the entire base. Just kidding, obviously. This is what I decided on for our starter base. I think this is what we're going to be sticking with for a while because the next build I have in mind is probably going to be quite difficult to do. So this is what we've got so far. These are all the ores and such. I did some mining off camera, of course, off camera mining. Some other general things I haven't really organized yet. But we also have gotten quite a few new Pokemon. So since the last video, I think, what did we get? So we've gotten another Gibble. We did actually, I don't think it was in the first video, but I did catch a Gibble. I just wound up getting rid of it because it didn't have a good nature. This one also doesn't have a good nature. I think we have one more Ditto since the last episode and a few, maybe two more Eevees. Of course, the Meryl. Probably the most insane thing is that we now have, and this was something I caught just last night while I was training my Pokemon. We have a shiny Ghastly, which is insane to think about. I asked if the server has modified shiny rates, and they said no. They said it's still 1 in however many thousand it's supposed to be normally. But somehow, within the time frame of the first episode and just the little bit of time I spent on this server before filming this one, I have caught 2 shinies, which is just insane. It's ridiculous. I've never caught shinies like that in any kind of Pokemon game. But, we're really balling out here. But you might have heard me say I've been training. And that's exactly what I have been doing. I've been Eevee training off camera because I figured it'd be pretty boring. Maybe I'll explain what Eevee training is if someone doesn't know, but if you could see here under the Eevees stat, my attack Eevees are now maxed out at 252. My speed Eevees I'm still working on. My Scyther is maxed out in the attack and speed and has the extra remaining 6 you can have in HP, which is probably the best spread to have possible. I've actually held off on evolving because I wanted to do it for this episode. So Combuskin, who we got last episode, is actually ready to evolve here. If you can see, we'll hit that and evolve into our Blaziken. That's pretty cool. I realized that in the town, there is a shop that sells protein, calcium, iron, all of these items that aren't traditionally available with this mod yet. And all of them boost an Eevee by, I think, 10. And guess how much each of them costs? 1 emerald. Each one costs 1 emerald, so it was insanely cheap to finally max out my Scyther speed stat, and then another 1 emerald to get a HP up to boost its HP to the max that it can be after these 2 are maxed out. So pretty soon, I'm not sure exactly when, but sometime this episode I'm going to go get more to max out my Blaziken speed and then its HP. Also, I suppose I should show off some of the other things I've gotten done other than just the base. I started on a little apricorn farm here. Nice little pathway. I thought this was cool, but I have an idea for this apricorn farm that I'm going to show off to you guys that I think is pretty unique. I've not seen anyone do it before, so that's probably one of the first things we'll be doing this episode. And then I started on a little decorative rock wall. I wanted to make it look somewhat natural, as if the rock is sort of just sticking out of the ground. Most rock formations don't look like this, but still make it look very textured. So I used cobblestone, andesite, and stone, as well as mixing in slabs and full blocks, and then some buttons. So that's what we've got so far on our little plot here in the jungle. But we have some more things to do. It's certainly not done yet. There's a lot of small things I want to try out, like making custom trees. I want to make some custom trees and plant them around some areas. I also want to, if we go to the nether here, right, so this is our nether portal so far. It's very basic, no corners, Spork's little jungle place sign. But if we go over here, this isn't the only decorated portal, but it's one of my favorites because this leads to a swamp town and it has a little swamp biome all around it, which I find really cool. I want to try and decorate our portal to be similar. Put a little custom tree in that's a jungle tree, put some jungle themed blocks and some plants. I think that would be very neat. That's one of the smaller things I want to do this episode, but the main thing, the main little objective that I need to chip away at for this episode is getting end equipment. So doesn't mean we have to fight the Ender Dragon, because the Ender Dragon's already been defeated. It just means we have to get to the end, go through a gateway, and find ourselves some Elytra, some shulker boxes, all of that good stuff. And if I look on the mini-map, you see that E up there? That is a little tagged end portal. So as soon as I am ready for this episode, I can go toward that little E marker on the mini-map, and that is where the end portal is. We'll be able to go to the end and start collecting our end resources. So this is the black apricorn. We place one there and then grow it. Now we have a double tall, not trawl, apricorn tree, where they actually wind up being is randomized. It's entirely random. So it doesn't always wind up super perfect, but it does sort of maximize the surface area for each of them. And I'm going to do that for every single one. And then also chop off the top that's unnecessary, just to make them look a little more clean. I kind of like that look. What I did with these, I'm going to do to the top ones as well. There we go. And yeah, this is the first thing I wanted to get done this episode, show off this sort of double stack design that I just kind of thought of. Again, I don't know if someone's done this before, but I hadn't seen it done before, so I figured I would show it to you guys in case you might want to do the same. I didn't want to just do it off camera and then never explain it. Okay, now that that is done and it's becoming nighttime, I think I'm going to transition into the Nether to start working on decorating that portal. I don't want it to just be grass and then a jungle tree. Even if the jungle tree is custom, I want to add something that's going to pop a little bit. I'll have to experiment around for a bit and come back when I figure something out. If I do anything interesting, I will go ahead and clip it, but I might just jump to the finished build. I don't know. Alright, so this is what I've got for the platform so far. I thought having little slabs and then stairs instead of just stairs all the way around would kind of add some layers to it, make it seem like it's ascending a little bit more. I don't know. Not any like major real philosophy behind it. For now, this is the general idea. It's just a little circle platform. Probably going to do some kind of natural stone ring around the Nether portal, and then a tree somewhere in this. Try to fit a custom tree back here, or maybe a few small custom trees or something. I just want to make it look very overgrown, like a lot of lushness to it. This is what I came up with for the portal design. I think it's not amazing, it's not perfect, but it's something for sure. I actually do kind of like it so far, given that I just kind of freehanded all this. Typically I plan builds out and build them in creative mode, but this was all done freehand, so I like it enough for that. Is that a shiny Parasect? Oh fuck, I just killed it. No. Hold on. Oh, it wasn't a shiny. Well, at least it's not the normal shiny color. I don't know what that was, but that was not a normal Parasect. I'm going to ignore that even happened and focus on the tree. But yeah, this is what we've got. It's a lot smaller than the one I showed you guys. I built another one in the creative world and experimented with it, and that's what this became, or it became this. And you know what? I like it enough. I like it enough for what it is, and I built a small little circle, sub-circle of the main circle to fit it. And I like how it arches over the rest of the portal, and if you come over here, you can see it melds into the top of the portal somewhat well, I think. Like, it doesn't look horrible. Yeah, I think this looks fine enough, especially given that this is kind of my first swing at a proper custom tree. I really like this. I like it. As a whole piece, I think it melds somewhat well. Maybe it's not super balanced or even, like there's not a lot of stone showing over the tree, but I don't think it's that bad. I think I can swing with this for... I think I'm cool to stay with it, but maybe one day, if I get better and I know what I want to do with this and make it better, I might have to mess it up and change it around some. But for now, For now, I think this is good as it is. I think really quickly, and I guess I need to go back through the portal to do this, but I think I should show you guys that market in town that sells the EV training equipment. And here we are. It's right across from this Pokemon Center in the center of the town. This is the market. I don't know what that says. This guy sells us calcium, iron, carbos, zinc, and protein. Protein is attack, zinc is something, carbos is speed, iron is, I believe, defense, calcium maybe special defense or something. Then this one is HP up, that's the HP stat. Pretty self-explanatory for that one, but these, if I do remember correctly, carbos is speed. So I'm going to buy, let's just do 7. So let's actually remember, it's currently at 1, 2, 3 speed. We give it 1. We can now check. It is at 1, 3, 3 speed, so it goes in increments of 10. So I think it'll take all of these. And it still needs, what would it be exactly? 1. It still needs 6 more. So we'll go ahead and buy 6 more carbos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see if I did that math correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe, how close are we? Yep, 5, 6. And that means it's a speed stat, not attack, is now maxed. There we go. Next, there's accidentally a special attack on here. That was from something, but we have maxed attack, max speed, and the next best thing to go ahead and just put the couple few more we have left, points-wise for Eevee's total, is in HP. So now it should have 5 HP. Yep. And that means this Blaziken is fully EV trained. It can't have any more EVs. It has 510 total. That means he is now maxed out. So now that we've gotten those EVs out of the way, I think we can finally head toward, my bad, head toward the E off in that direction. I don't know how far it actually is. Oh, okay. So we're on our way right now to the Ender Porter, the Ender Portal, the End Portal. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about right now. And I found an Eevee. Sadly, I don't have any weak Pokemon to battle with. Scyther, hit it with False Swipe, and it should leave it on 1 health, which is perfect. Okay, close to. And that means we're in a good catch range. So this is our 7th Eevee, I believe. Okay. Over here. Oh. Yay! There we are. Let's hop in and hope for the best. Hope that the Ender Dragon isn't right there to greet me. I was bringing trapdoors specifically to do this with, but someone's already placed it here, so I've only ever done it with Ender Pearls. But we go under here. We should just be able to go straight in. Yep. Perfect. Now, the difficult part is finding a city that hasn't been already just totally looted. That's going to be probably quite hard. Alright, so we have the coordinates to a end ship, a city with a end ship. The seed is public information, so you're allowed to look up on seed mapping sites and find where things should be to save you time, and that's what hopefully I'm going to do right now. It seems like it might be far away enough that it might not be explored, but more than likely it will be. Hopefully I can go here and then hop from here to somewhere else even further away and find one that isn't explored, but if we're really lucky, this one just straight up won't be explored. So here we are with our first city, and it's not very promising. It's already got stuff that's been built here, so I know this place has definitely been raided. But yeah, that one's definitely already explored, and there's the ship. Yep, there's some sign of human interaction. So this is not going to be very lucrative to try and go into, so I'm just going to walk right past it, try to find another one. Hopefully that shows no sign of being entered already.
1 eternity later.
You know what? I'm not going to deal with that anymore. This is quite... Okay. Nope. 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 This is not good. No. No! Why? Well, guys, we're about to go right back all the way to the end portal and just try again. Guys, I think we have a Ralts. That's what it says on the mini-map. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I think I'm going to false swipe. There we go. Should be on 1 HP right now. Catch that bad boy. Technically it's a girl, but you know. Yep, there we go. Whoa. That's probably that's the best IV spread I've seen from a natural Pokemon. That's the best IV spread so far. I haven't talked about this actually. In the town near the market where you can buy EV training equipment, there is a place that you can spend 32 diamonds, half a stack, a lot, on changing the nature of your Pokemon to anything you choose. You can choose anything. And that means we no longer have to throw away bad nature Pokemon. We can just keep them, save up a lot of diamonds, and make them good nature Pokemon. So that means that Ralts with that really good IV spread can become a good nature Ralts. And now I'll have a decked out Gardevoir. Like totally, that's genuinely the best I've seen for IVs out of any Pokemon yet.
One eternity later.
At this point, I was just so fed up that I wound up watching YouTube for like 10 minutes and tried one more time. Except for this time, I was kindly joined by Oridot, the guy who helped us out in the last episode too. He basically held my hand through the entire end. Beat the shit out of this Pokemon. He's making the end a lot more hospitable for me. And this cool ass golden Lucario. Yeah, it's looking like this is not a ship city, but there are some loot rooms. That's a loot room at the top there. Those two should be loot rooms. So we have 3 different loot rooms we can get from. What? Oridot's dead. No. Keep raiding this city for all the shulkers at least. I don't know how I just got 2 shulkers. I guess maybe the leftover remnants of the last one that was there that had already been killed was just left one on the ground and take it. But it does look like someone has been here. Otherwise that shulker wouldn't have been dead. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Dude, this is no good. No! Hold up. Okay, Oridot's now just offering an Elytra. I mean, ultimately, I guess he doesn't have a purpose for a second Elytra, but still. If he gives it to us, that's actually really awesome. I don't want to go to the end for a 4th time today and die to shulkers again. Oridot, my brother, if you could hook me up, man. Oh my god. Thank you so much, man. This means so much. And he gave us 2 stacks of rockets. That's amazing. That is epic. Alright. So, I don't even know what to talk about. There we go. We got ourselves some enchanted wings. Alright, so perhaps it wasn't actually the most bountiful end voyage, but we did wind up with 4 shulker boxes and an Elytra, which is all I really set out for this episode. Again, even though it wasn't actually obtained directly by us venturing the end, it is cool that we have them now. And I think I'm going to dye these. I don't know exactly what I want to dye them, though. I think it's time that I try to call upon the viewer base and get some comments flowing for the algorithm by asking you, the viewer, to comment what color you want the shulker boxes to be. I'm not going to do like individual colors. I don't typically do that. I like to just pick one color and make all my shulkers that color. Alright, here we are. So, again, comment below what you want to see these be dyed. It's up to you guys. I can't decide for myself, and I figure it's nice to poll the audience every once in a while. I feel like that's always something interesting to do. Now that I finally have some substantial amount of food to my name, I think it's about time that we go on a serious little mining adventure. I'll just cut back to when I have all the resources I collect. We are back from that Mondo mining trip. This is the haul. I put away some of the cobblestone and stuff, but we have a whole shulker of cobbled deep slate, a little bit more cobbled deep slate, some stuff we found from random little dungeons or whatever they're called, I forget. Just this is interesting. I don't really know what that is. It says it's Other Side by Lana Del Rey. I'm gonna have to make a jukebox and play that to see if it actually is. We have almost a whole row of raw gold, a little less iron than gold, a little bit of copper, 2 water stones, almost a stack of coal, some obsidian, and kind of most importantly, 1.5 stack of diamonds, which, thinking about it, means I can only do 3 nature changes, which is kind of insane to think about how expensive nature changes are, that I can only afford 3 of them after all of that mining. Now we have the inside where it's always well lit. Nice little studio. This little back cubby hole I'm gonna hide away. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It was hopefully it was a banger. Hopefully I did better than the first one. I didn't really like how I put that one together, the pacing of it all. So I hope this one does better overall. I hope it was enjoyable. I hope it was interesting. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!